Parents here, and welcome back to another episode of Real Talk in Depth. Okay, so today we're just gonna do something simple and just kind of fun. We're gonna do like a Q&A type of thing, and basically what we just doing is we trying to get perspectives from other people's point of views on how we would relate to these questions. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You ready? All right. Question number 1. Would you prefer to live in a country or the city?
Country.
What's you?
I'm kind of in between. I like the country life and I like the city life too. So I'm kind of.
How you gonna be in between?
I like both. I like living both. Some days I like just being away and being in the country, per se, away where no houses, no people. It's just calm. Versus the city. But you have to think about it. If you live in the country, per se the country, you gotta come way to the city to do everything. Whereas some days I just want to sit, I just take me 5 minutes and I run wherever I need to run.
Well,
In between.
I'm living in the city. I don't do the country, all them wild animals and fields and bugs and all this stuff. I got to live in the city. So it's like I don't even now. Somebody give me something out there for free, like some land or house or something. Yeah, I live in the country, but if I just like had to choose one, I'm living in the city. That's for me.
I like both.
All right, and y'all, as we answering these questions, I would like for y'all to give y'all answers in the comments too. I want to see what y'all perspective is on too. All right, number 2. If you can learn a new skill, what would it be? If you had to learn a new skill, what would it be? I got my answer.
I'm gonna say my other skill for my alter ego, but I would like to learn carpentry.
That was going to be my answer. Hands on. I just, hands on. So I'm a hands on person. So, I see the carpentry and measurements of everything, but I think I like a skill in carpentry and sanding and being creative and creating stuff.
I had an answer, but I don't even know if I want to say that or not.
Why?
Ain't no bad or nothing, but I'm trying to see, do I want to go with this or that though? It's like I want to learn a whole bunch of language. They're considered a skill.
Yeah.
I want to learn because I be wanting to know what people be saying, even though I can't speak their language. I be knowing what I'm saying. So I'm like, you think I don't know, but I know.
So you want to be nosy.
Yep. I want to be able to interpret any language. You probably think I just want to know them all.
That's a good answer.
So I say that for me. All right. Question number 3. Do you prefer baths or showers?
Both.
I don't do showers. I'm sorry. I need to submerge. I need to just get in there and just relax. I mean, some people, the showers are relaxing to some people. And I know y'all say what y'all have to say about our water, but I like to take a bath.
So what you had said? You said both?
Mm-hmm. I'm more of a bath at night person and a shower in the morning person.
No.
I would say showers for a weird reason that you would not find out why. But I can't say that.
A weird reason. Oh, okay.
That's
personal.
Yeah, just keep that.
I promise it ain't what you think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, next.
No, go ahead. All right, question number 4. Do you prefer reading paper or electronic books?
Paper.
Paper.
all
Books.
day.
Give me a hard copy. I need a book in my hand.
Now, I can read like little simple articles or something like that on the phone. That's fine. But like reading full-blown chapter books, no, I can't do that.
I need a book. It's like you get the, per se, realization. You get the feel of what you're reading if you got a book in your hands. So
Versus like a tablet or a phone.
Yeah, them electronic devices and stuff. They for a lot of stuff, but for me, they're not for reading.
Even writing wise, some people like to type what they're writing, but I can't fully express what I'm trying to say unless I'm actually writing it out.
It's like your ideas and your concepts and your mind flow better when you're writing. So I'm with that. So I'm a hands-on book type of person.
I don't even like tests online. I like paper tests.
Nah,
I don't like computer tests.
Nah, I'd rather take a test on computer than paper. I don't like.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
It's like I can look at the questions on the screen It ain't no specific reason why, but I don't like.
Then again, you in that era where electronics was
insane. We a paper era.
Nah,
paper
I don't like paper.
Scantron.
Yeah, that one. I don't like them Scantron. Then they all when they used to go through the grading machine, they used to always tell when you ain't both this here dark enough, or this was too light, or this here, and I always used to count my ounces wrong. My ounces was right, but just
the Scantron.
The thing picked it up wrong, had started stuff up.
Yeah, so you ain't learn from your mistakes to bubble it in a little dark?
I did bubble it in a little dark, and then they'll get you ain't using number 2 pencil. So here you go, got started over again. That Scantron is too much. I mean, you put the stuff in.
Well, why you didn't have a number 2 pencil? Because all the pencils I bought you was number 2.
I did.
A mechanical pencil.
I did have a number 2
lead.
I ain't have a number 2 pencil always. You know, I used to had the did one when it was tested. I always had did one of them pencils at the bottom of my backpack.
It still should have been a number 2 pencil because that's the ones I already bought.
Yep, Nick.
I graduated, hallelujah. I had to do that. All right. Number 5. Do you like your name? That's the first question. Do you like your name? So yes or no?
No.
No? Okay, you.
I like my name, but I'm going to elaborate on Shakari. You like your name, you don't like your middle name.
Yeah, it's part of my name.
Yeah, she don't like my middle name, but I love my name. I can't say I can't change it. I can. But I'm a little different because I'm in an era where my name is distinctively different from the era in which I was born. So I have, all my siblings have common name, and my name is way out there. But I was named by my cousin, and she wanted me to be different. So I have a different name from my siblings.
I don't know how I get this middle name that I got, but hey.
You want me to tell you how you got it?
Y'all want me to tell y'all what her middle name is?
No. But it's not, she don't have a bad middle name.
Just message me.
But she don't like her middle name. Now her sister's name is just as similar to hers, but she don't like her name. But I came up with your name. I was sitting in music class in college.
All right. Question number 6. Are you a restless sleeper?
When Willie Earl working.
I'm gonna have to tell y'all about Willie Earl. Her Willie Earl. Willie Earl, Big Shirley,
Sylvester,
and Irma Jean.
Yeah.
I know y'all in my beat.
Yeah, so y'all be like, Willie Earl. Remember these, Willie Earl, Big Shirley, Irma Jean, and Sylvester. Ooh, we Lord. So Willie Earl keep her up at night. I am not restless. Well, yes I am on certain things. When I have something on my mind and it's not good, it's not bad that things go on my mind. It's like I'm always thinking about what I need to do and how I need to do it. So I guess sometimes you can say I'm an overthinker, but I have some restless nights. Like I would get up at 11 o'clock at night and start doing stuff in the house because my mind cannot rest because it's something I need to do. So I can't sleep well. So until I sometimes do it, I can't rest well. So if that's what you want to call a restless sleep, you just sleep.
Who, me? No. Wait, what you just say?
You just go to sleep. She sleep.
I do sleep, but when I got, say, just like not a project, when I got something to do tomorrow, something like important something, I don't really sleep at night because I be so either scared or nervous that whatever I make sure I'm doing, I'm accomplishing and do it right. So I be just, a lot be on my mind. I just be thinking about it.
You didn't do that last night.
And she don't do that a lot at night. She can sleep anywhere. She can sleep sitting up on the floor. She can sleep
on the floor, on the couch. I probably can sleep right here. Just like that.
She can sleep. She can sleep.
All right. Do you
anywhere?
Oh, okay. I can't sleep anywhere if I'm tired enough. Now, some places I ain't going to sleep. It just like if I feel uncomfortable in the set.
Well, that's everybody. Ain't nobody going to sleep.
I ain't going to sleep.
You got somebody pointing something at you, or somebody acting silly, and you going like, oh well, they'll be all right. I'm gonna go to sleep.
No, it's common sense.
You would be surprised. Ain't talking about me. No. All right. Question number 7. Do you keep a diary or a journal?
Yes. A journal.
A journal?
I think they just ask, do you keep some type of log?
Journal.
Like that?
I mean, journaling is good. Journaling kind of expresses your thoughts. It kind of keep you where you're going, what you want to do, how you want to do it. It kind of keeps you, my thing, it keeps you on track. So, you know, I have multiple journals as to where I want to go. You can have, I mean, it's doodling, a financial journal, biblical journal, or my next journal, where you going, future plans, various journals.
Yeah, I got a journal, keep like all my quotes and stuff and just motivation things to keep me going every day. So yeah,
Did you elaborate on journal?
I did not. Yeah, I'm just starting talking.
Oh, okay.
Being polite.
We apologize.
But like, I even have a journal like where I express thoughts and feelings. Like, people express themselves differently. Some people might express themselves verbally, or some people might actually sit and talk with a counselor or a spiritual leader. My way of expressing myself is I write it down.
I just noticed something we all have in common. We use our hands. I use my hand. I'm looking at you using your hands. When I'm talking, I use my hands a lot. It's hard for me just to sit here and talk and don't use my hands. No, I'm just saying. No, it's nothing. That's a good thing. It's like it pulls you out. And your conversation gets so polite and so intellectual. But I use my hands too when I talk. I use my hands a lot when I talk. Ooh, Lord.
You don't want these hands.
I was just gonna say that you don't want them.
It's two different types of hands. Well, really, it's three because it's the mother hands.
Yeah.
But we gonna keep
We got all of them, but we gonna keep it as using these to express us.
Anyway.
All right, question number 8. Do you prefer to use pen or pencil? I say pen.
It depends on what you're doing.
Like even with what I'm doing, I still use a pen whether I'm just writing something for myself or maybe filling out an application. Of course, you're gonna use a pen, not no pencil, whatever. Doing paperwork and anything, I still use pen. So I don't really like to use pencil because I used to get tired of the lead breaking all the time, eraser going down, and like stuff like that. That's why I really didn't use no pencil.
If I'm writing and journaling, I use a pen. Of course, you use a pen for professional paperwork or whatever you're doing and legal documents.
Right.
But if I'm just like outlining and constantly editing what I'm trying to write or figure out, then I may use a pencil to, okay, I need to move this over here, or I want to put this down here and take this up there. So instead of doing editing, so you might want to use a pencil versus a pen to make it look more presentable, even though you may go back and
rewrite,
finalize another copy of it. But to keep yourself, I would say,
On course?
yeah, kind of on course or organized.
Yeah, that's good. And I'm like that. I like legal, like she said, when it comes to certain documents, you have to have a pen, whether it's black or blue. 90% of the time, if it's legal, it's going to be a blue pen. But for me, for journaling or thoughts, I use a pencil. And Shayla was talking about her lead breaking. I don't use lead pens per se, the sharp one. I like mechanical pencils. And I have one special mechanical pencil. I like the Paper Mate mechanical pencil. I just like it. It writes smooth and erases smooth. But what made me say pencil is that I have gone to the point of writing things out, and Holy Spirit give me a whole nother thought on something. But if you've written it in pen, you got to scratch it out and try to figure it out. But I mean, with pencils, it's just to me a little bit more easier to go back and maneuver around, what you said and kind of add to it. So I like penciling things in because, like I said, it's easy to go back and undo what you've done. So I'm a pencil person.
All right. Next question. I think my favorite question out the whole bunch. Do you like your cereal crunchy or soggy?
Crunchy. I do not like soggy cereal.
Soggy cereal is nasty. I won't say people who eat soggy cereal, some ain't with you, but you can sit there.
Some ain't with you.
It don't bother me.
I
mean, they start out, and I know we're gonna have a lot of views on this one. But I'm a grandma era. My grandmama used to love cornflakes. She had cornflakes and milk, and we had to bring her cornflakes, no sugar. She had cornflakes and she had milk, but she would pour the milk in there. But I'm not so ticky to the point where if they start getting soggy, it don't bother me. I'm gonna finish it on out.
Go ahead.
Not saying I'm gonna sit there and let them start off soggy. I want them to start off crunchy, but if they end up kind of relaxing in the milk,
relaxing.
I'm gonna eat them. I mean, they don't bother me. It's
Mine's been dumped.
Now I can deal with.
We came from the era where you had to eat everything on your plate, so it ain't no dumping no cereal.
Well, we used to have to do that, but right now, no. I don't like the texture.
Oh, it don't bother me. Sorry, no sorry. I'm gonna eat.
Now I can do like if they've been sitting today, it's like half crunchy still, but just a little bit soggy. Now I can do that, but them ones just soggy and mushy, I ain't about eating it. I remember one day I had walked away. I had fixed me a bowl of cereal. I ain't gonna even lie. And I ain't recognize I had to go to the bathroom. So my mind, I already poured these milk in this cereal, but I can't hold. I was gonna hold it until I got done eating them cereal, because that's how much I don't like soggy cereal. But I couldn't. I came back, them cereal was so mush. I had to pour that whole cereal down the toilet. I never forget that day. And that's why I always say, if I got to use the bathroom, I am not fixing my cereal until I go do whatever I need to do. I ain't letting it sit there. If it got to sit there, I just ain't going to eat.
Gotcha.
All right. What you laughing at? Oh, what you laughing at?
Next question.
Mm-hmm. Do you like ice in your drinks?
What type of drink?
Both for you. In which type? In both of them. Soft drinks or your drink. You might. We already know. Come on.
I mean, I like ice in my soft drinks. I don't want no ice on my wine or nothing like that. But hey,
Okay. She like, all right, man. It look like poop. No, I'm talking about poop. No.
That's enough elaboration.
Okay.
Well, I don't drink wine. It's a soft drink, water, or coffee. For me, I don't like cold coffee. I tried it.
I love cold coffee.
Before I even made it to the Delta, I was in New York, and it was a very popular coffee in New York. So at that time, I'm like, okay, well, let me try the cold coffee. That cold coffee ain't for me. That's just my preference. I like my coffee hot. I don't like cold coffee, so my preference. But even if my soft drinks, my water, I'm okay with it being room temperature. And with my soft drinks, I don't have to have a whole lot of ice. I do want it cold because it's supposed to be kind of chill, but I don't have to have it just cold, ice cold. Even with my water, I'm good with it at being room temperature.
Well, as for me, I actually like cold coffee. I don't like my coffee steaming hot. Either my coffee gonna be warm or it's gonna be ice cold.
Yeah, you really did.
And soft
I
drinks
don't like coffee.
for like sodas and stuff like that, like lemonade, Kool-Aid, stuff like that. As long as it's like been in the refrigerator and it's chilled, I don't need no ice. But for my soft drinks, I don't want ice in them because I just prefer not to have ice, and I want
Them the fountain drinks.
Yeah, the fountain drink. I want a whole bunch of juice. But that's what I do. And what was the other? You said water. I ain't got to have ice and water. As long as it's been in the refrigerator and chilled, I don't need no ice. Refrigerator. That refrigerator.
She like her stuff straight out the refrigerator.
What's another way people be saying?
Frigidaire.
Or the ice box.
Ice box.
Oh yeah.
Frigidaire, the ice box.
All right. Question number 11. What are you afraid of? I had a feeling y'all wasn't gonna go on at least starting over this. Are y'all afraid of anything?
I don't like failure. I don't like to fail. I really don't. I mean, I think we all are overachievers. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Them mice. I'm like, when this is the craziest something though. Literally, mice have no bone. We can step on a mice, but we have so much fear when it comes to a mice. Lord, thank you, Jesus. I've never encountered a rat, but the mice, I do. I mean, I would handle them, but mice, I don't like mice now. I even deal with a snake, but the mice sometimes
You gonna deal with a snake over a mice?
Yeah, I have killed snakes before.
couple. I done killed both of them.
Yeah, I mean the mice though. I mean I'm not fearful of them. I don't care about them, but even failure is more so. I don't like to fail.
Let's see. I don't know. I think the only thing I'm really afraid of is like reptiles, like lizards and alligators and like them type of animals.
Well, look now, we ain't nobody finna go hunt none of that stuff.
I ain't going hunt.
We ain't
But
go that deep.
just say you travel somewhere and you encounter one of them animals and they just come in your face.
I ain't getting that close to them.
You ain't getting that close.
I'm not gonna stay there long enough for them to get that close.
You know what I'm scared of animals like that. I ain't scared of
I mean, you know, that's a difference. I mean, they coming up to you. You stand there and you let them come up to you to try to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna keep moving. They gonna have to catch me.
They fast now, Cheryl.
They can't get that fast. When you under pressure, stuff come out. So I ain't finna sit there. But yeah, I ain't gonna really try to trap nowhere where I'm gonna come in contact with them.
Animals ain't well.
You said reptile. I mean, you talk about them alligators, crocodiles. Oh my.
Yeah, I'm just saying them big old things.
Wrong. It's lion, tiger, and
Big
bear.
old
Don't
mine.
matter.
Wrong.
She
Lion,
said,
tigers,
what
and
she
bears.
said,
Don't matter.
crocodile.
Look, I don't want to see neither one of those.
No.
You need
Like,
bullets for
I
them
ain't
animals.
going to take no trip in no, you know how people take trips in the safari going through the,
Oh no.
we ain't doing it.
I think that would be nice.
I ain't, no, that's
It's
what the
gonna be
animals
like
are.
one of them with the safari people. What are they?
Yeah, you know you're not going out there by yourself.
But
Well,
they still free and they ain't no cages.
and sometimes they don't work with them with their trainers. So I mean, I don't know. My
I'm gonna have to pray on them.
my adventurous side of me hadn't gone there yet.
No, I don't even think I do it.
Jakari like it. She ready. So anybody want to go on a scavenger hunt and go in the wild? Like
Go
you got a
up.
partner.
Would you go in like a forest? Ooh, she out there.
Yeah. Let her go.
I'm good.
I got Jesus with me.
You do have
We
people
all got
everywhere
Jesus
you
with
go.
us. But Jesus,
I got some common sense too.
too.
I ain't go.
I'm about to say you got common sense too. All right.
I pray for you. Pray with you.
Yeah. From a distance though. I ain't getting too close to.
We're gonna pray before you go.
Yep.
All
right. Question number 12. What you say?
On her own.
All right.
You with that poo. I mean Jakari.
I won't be on my own.
No, you be serious?
I got Jesus and somebody else too, but okay, we're gonna keep it moving.
I'm with you.
All right. Do you address older people by their first or last name?
Last?
Always last.
Well, I do both. It's according to, because I mean, with my line of work, sometimes I come in contact with a lot of people, and sometimes older people like, I don't want you to call me and just Sam Williams. That's just the name I threw out. So sometimes I say Mr. Sam, Mr. Williams. They're like, no, don't call me Mr. Williams. Call me Sam. So I say Mr. Sam. It's always, even with my kids, sometimes I address them yes ma'am, no sir. I think it's respect, period. That you say ma'am, sir, yes ma'am, no sir. It's just respect, and I taught my kids that. So some people don't want you to call them by their last name. Some people want you to call them by your first name. And, you know, that varies a little bit.
But it also depends on like your relationship with the person.
Right.
So they play a factor too in how you address them. I mean, of course, you never are rude. It's always yes, ma'am, no, sir, even if you don't address them by their last name.
Alrighty. Question number 13. What would you do if you found $50 on the ground?
It depends. Am I in an area where the $50 could possibly belong to somebody that's in that surrounding area? Or am I just somewhere in the middle of the street and there's really no one who can claim this $50 that's going in my pocket?
And I'm with her. I mean, because you don't know if you're around a group of people, and especially to me, if you see them drop the $50, I think you need to return it, because it's not a blessing that you keeping somebody else's money. You don't know what that money was for. It could be somebody's bill money. It could be for their baby tuition. It could be for a lot of things. But if you're out and you find it laying on the ground and nobody's around, who you gonna go and claim it. Who you gonna ask whose it is?
Okay, so what if you in that group of people and the $50 on the ground, but you ain't see nobody drop? It was just laying there.
Different scenario. Okay, so you ask, did anybody lose any money? And they'll say, yeah, everybody check their pockets. How much did you lose? If they start saying 20 and 10, that's not, that ain't there. Because they don't know how, if you don't know how much you had, sorry, you're lost. But if you say, well, I had $50, and especially if it's one, it's not a whole lot of money, it's just one $50 bill. Most of the time, you would know that I had $50 in my pocket and I'm missing my $50. So that's a whole nother story. Even with the washing machine, I had this thing with people finding money in the washing machine. You in your house. I ask everybody, did you lose some money? Because I'm guilty, because we try to check our pockets before we wash our clothes. And sometimes, like me, I would get in a hurry at the grocery store, and I try to really keep my money flat and keep it straight out. But if you run it, it's raining, you stick your money in your pocket and you forget, and you throw the wet clothes in there and you wash the stuff, and you're like, did anybody have any money in their pocket? We honest enough to say we did, but most of the time we know who money it is because we have one person in our house gonna always put their money in their pocket. Somebody laughed, but she always put her money in her pocket. Shayla ain't gonna make sure she take hers out.
I'm gonna get all my.
And I might accidentally leave something in mine, but 90% of the time it's gonna be your cards. So we do return.
And whoever washed the clothes.
And some people text me if they wash the clothes and my money in there.
If I find the money in the clothes, it's mine.
It ain't yours.
Yeah.
You that's semi-stealing.
That ain't
semi.
That ain't no lost and found.
You were gonna give it to me later in the fridge anyway, so my way.
Well, I give it to you. That means you took it.
I ain't took it. I was blessing myself.
That's a good one. So now you're blessing yourself. Do you bless yourself with any of my money? Probably. Get your finger down. That don't look right. You got the problem.
I wasn't even doing that. I just had my hand on my
face. You need to go sit on that because you're getting too relaxed with them fingers and stuff. No, you didn't try. But anyway, relaxing, blessing yourself. Do you be blessing yourself with any of my money?
Next question.
All right. I'm going to get mine back.
Next question.
She done took a lot of my money. Obviously.
No.
We're going to stick to this question here.
Next question.
Just go into the next question.
Alright. So you be stealing. You stealing?
I don't steal.
You a thief.
And now God has blessed me.
You a self-blesser.
God has. I'm a what?
Self-blesser?
No. God has blessed me too much to be just right here stealing for some stuff.
You're right. You are truly blessed. I agree. But we're going back to my money.
Oh, sure. I ain't take none of your money. I ain't take none.
Next question.
You can find the evidence. You can find the evidence. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Take some of yours.
Wait a minute. I keep my money on lockdown.
I got your account. And I'm on
in it.
Okay. Because you want to be taking folks' money. Come on, let's go. Next question.
What is one thing you would want to teach your children? Okay, so this is a question for you.
What is one thing I want? I think what I have always, the most important thing that I say that I have taught my kids was to be respectful and to treat others as you want to be treated. I don't like disrespectful kids. I really don't. I mean, you treat everybody how you want to be treated. And I treat others how I want somebody to treat me. And I treat the elders. I treat them how I want somebody to treat my mom or my parents. My dad is now, he's deceased, but my mom is still living. But I tell people, I treat everybody how I want somebody to treat my mom. I do in my 8 to 5, I would say, I go out my way to try to help people. I'm that type. So if I see a need that I can help you in, I will go and, I know I have, if you're watching this or you in the area, people will tell you, I do go out my way to try to help people as much as I can. Now, I'm not going to let you use me, but most of the elder people in the area that I work, they really do be needing the assistance. So I try to help as much as I can with older people. But yeah, you treat others how you want to be treated. And that's all across the board for anybody. You don't go mistreating nobody. Young, old, elderly, kids, handicapped, disabled, whatever you want to call them. Treat people nice. I mean, that's just that should be the American way. Period.
It should just be the way.
Or I would just say,
Who's that?
you're exactly right. The way. You're exactly right. So you treat others, treat everybody good. I mean, it's okay. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Okay.